there's a new DLC out. Well, I wouldn't call it necessarily new, but they did a lot of updates, heroes and villains and all of that good stuff. But it's not bad, man. The update could have took more work into it, but I couldn't help but notice. Like when you do certain missions and stuff, it says in game. So I don't know what's going on with in game, but let's take a trip around. This is the new update. Okay, I know it's been a while since I posted. I've just been away for a little bit. Alright, so we're back here. Now, basically, the House of Legends is based on the future. So it's like somebody who's going to the future.
We'll be ready for the monitor. All in good time.
Coming back to present what's going on. So I don't know which DLC is this. I don't even know or to begin about the chapters of the comic book or whatever it is. But I will do some research on that. I promise you. But what they did do is a lot of changes. Okay, so you can teleport to whatever tier. Like there's a lot of things that you can do to teleport. Now they developed these new things here. That right there is for the new gear. Now you can take source marks and trade those in, which is awesome. Now when you do trade those in, you can talk to
Lords of Order, grant us your favor.
So when you do that, right, you can trade it in and get all these goodies like seal of completion. All need that, you know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff that you can do. Alright. The way how you get these is basically by doing the missions just playing the game. But this is a league called Heroes and Villains to actually coexist. Not only just that, they did make it to where now in the chat, Heroes and Villains can actually share a chat, so which is great. Alright. I just want to take a look at that. I got lost. Get that together. Now, Archive Victory. What this chamber does is give you access to certain styles that you
This
may have
armor.
missed.
Are you the champion worthy of wearing it?
Chances that, like, it's styles that you missed and stuff like that, and you're able to come in here and take a look at it. What do you think? Look out.
The Monitor and I are lucky to have the assistance of Earth 512.
Okay, so that's about that. Alright. So there's not new missions. You know what I'm saying? But they changed the style of it. Okay, so you have the Omnibus latest episode, and this is the more up-to-date current stuff. Now what they did do is they took the old stuff, and now Power Core is coming back. But Power Core, listen, when you run that mission, it is not the same as what we used to know it back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Even back in the day, running it is elite. You're in there and out, but now it's so doggone tough, it's ridiculous. You know, so keep that in mind. Since we all got the tool and adjust, let's go ahead and go back to the base. Okay, so I just had to do a quick tour of the new DLC and its content. Also showed you about the 8-player loadout. So listen, I'm going to get completely into depth with this, okay? And I mean 100%. I'm not going to leave nothing out because okay, so here's the thing. It's coming to a point now where skill points don't matter. I'm going to say this one more time. Skill points do not matter. Okay, now remember the last time I did this, you see me with skill points at, right? I've been working on them. So far I got 402. Not bad, you know, but listen, 295. Okay, basically what I'm telling you guys is to make sure that you have, I think the minimum skill points you need is at least 350 or 365, somewhere around there. You need to be able to complete this, complete that. Look how much I got. You see what I'm saying? Complete that, and at least be able to get you something from here. Okay. And something from here. Venom is gonna always it's gonna always be my fallback. Okay. Now let's talk about artifacts. I always said this before. You know what I'm saying? In most of my videos, you need to make sure you have a good loadout. Everything else, you need to be consistent with that loadout. No, it's coming to a point where these artifacts. Okay. Now, I did a demonstration about certain loadouts and certain artifacts bust. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to it. Now, this one is not bad. It's a transformation card. What happens is that it gives you a chance to crit heavy. When I tell you that I can hit an ad for more than 200k, I promise you I can. Not every power can do this, because sometimes what happens is that with your power interaction, you're hitting so hard and so fast per second until you might as well say you're hitting. There's other powers that actually give you a burst damage. You see what I'm saying? And then there's some that just gonna give you that one gigantic hit, which is Celestial. Celestial actually give you that one big hit. Okay, so when it actually give you that one big hit, it's satisfying. Not only just that, I always take the time to demonstrate to you guys exactly where I be running my loadouts at. Okay, so I have two loadouts. Single target. This is single target with a possibility to hit things around that single target. Now the loadout. Okay, as you can see right now, I got blind. But this is blind, and then hunt, and then yeah, let me go to this so that way you can actually see it. I have blind, hunt, definitely, defile, plague. Okay. Now, if you run a finisher in your loadout, I highly recommend you do amulet. The reason why you do amulet is that I understand that when you do the amulet and things like that, it takes your power. You know what I'm saying? It really kills you, but you heal for a good certain amount. You know what I'm saying? And it also helps you. Now what I'm gonna do is look at my mic. Look at the mic. Did you see it? Okay, close. 95. Right. I'm gonna do a couple of moves, and then after when I do it, I'm gonna go back to it again. Okay, but if you have a healer with you, it'll actually work out better. So here, look at it now. See what I mean? Get your health back up. Now sometimes it is your enemy, because when you're sitting there fighting the enemy, if they're hitting you a lot, disrupting and everything else, that total damage per second or per rotation, once you use that finisher, it's going to release that, and that damage you get from it, you get a percentage of that heal back. Now depending on how you actually have that at its level, it will give you either 50 or 100%. Okay, let's move on to the next one. All-time favorite, Verum. So depending on whether you guys cast your interaction within your loadout, I know sometimes fire may need it. I know other times gadgets may need it. Other times munitions, so forth. You know, with those interactions being cast, it does take up some space in your loadout, so I highly recommend that you guys use the artifact Verum. Okay, what Verum does is it casts the interaction for you. You know, once it casts the interaction for you, it will allow you to actually do your moves a lot more better. Okay, now let's talk about the next one. So the artifact now we're gonna talk about. We already did our amulet. So now we're gonna do source mark. Chaos. Introduce yourself, bro.
What it is, G?
Introduce yourself.
This Chaos Incorporation is here, G. Oh, this is the channel. What it is.
Sweet. You know what I'm saying? So when you use the artifact, right, which is the source shard. Now, depending on how you actually use that artifact, it's really good. Now, if you are precision base or might base, what you need to do is you need to take that and you need to incorporate that in a combo. Now, there is a sister brother combo when it's talking about artifacts. Now, the sister brother artifact for source shard, you're gonna have source shard, Virum, and Quislet. The reason why you have Quislet is because with Quislet, it hits everything as a total. Not only just that, the more supercharge you build for it, the higher it hits. And then with you being precision base, there's a lot of movements you can do with it. Now, with precision, is a different way. You can go a different way about that because there's a lot of precision artifacts that actually you'll be able to hit with. So with precision, you would need Sword Shard. You need Sword Shard and Venom Risk Dispenser. So Venom Risk Dispenser will allow you to increase your precision based on how you have that power. So if it's at 10% or even 12%, you're already doing good. 14 is overkill. You know what I'm saying? Which you always want to go for the overkill, most definitely, because you don't want to be that 1 DPS. Even though I know now it's getting to a point where nobody likes a DPS that is going to chase numbers. You need to be able to work as a team. I'm gonna say that one more time. You need to be able to work as a team. You know what I'm saying? So there's another one too, but I don't have it, and it's called Composery. Now what Composery does is that it builds your actual might and your precision, and you actually be able to gain an additional move, because once you have it at a certain percentage, you can add it in your loadout. So once you use it, it will take that percentage of build in it, and it'll actually hit that target for your precision and might based upon how you actually level that up, which is nice, you know. If you are a fan of crits, I'm gonna say that one more time. If you are a fan of crits, what two that you're gonna need is you're gonna need the transformation card, and you're gonna need the strategist card. Excuse me, my bad. So what the strategist card does, and I don't care what nobody say about this, remember, you need to be able to test everything that you need to test, so that way it will be you'll be able to see it for yourself. The strategist card is based on precision. I promise. I'm not gonna make this up to you. Okay? I've already did it in one of my other tunes. It is based on precision. It's not bad. But if you are a might base, I understand that you are going to lean towards something that's going to give you more precision. Not precision, more might, if you're more might base. So the strategist card is okay. But if you're looking for more might, I highly recommend that you do the solar. Okay, solar, what that does is give you max might. So for those of you that do not know what max might is, if you look and count it down, it'll give you might percentage, might here, might there. A might is a total of 5 or 6. There's only one that gives you, I think, about 6, and that's solar. Because just at the beginning of it, you get might, and then like each one of those gives you might. You know what I'm saying? So it's not bad. Now, let's go ahead and talk about this loadout. So for the loadout that I have right now that I'm rocking is a single target loadout. Sorry about that. I just had to relocate real quick. This is, I'm in the General's base. I'm in Chaos Inc. Incorporated, which y'all already introduced him. This is how he's living right now. You know what I'm saying? Got some base artifacts, but we also have there's some pretty unique stuff up in here, man. Shout out to Chaos. Now, for this loadout, because basically the way how Celestial hit, which it hits pretty good, but remember, there is a single target, and you do have wide range. My favorite one is single target. Now that doesn't mean I stick to them, because sometimes I do switch. Okay. Now for the single target, again, that loadout is blind, hunt, deathmark, defile, plague. The only two loadouts you're going to need, because this rotation is universal. It can go from close to far range. The only ones you're going to use is bling, deathmark, plague, and then you're going to finish it with defile. Now sometimes you don't have to finish it with defile if you have a healer in the room. Okay, if you have a healer in the room, you can keep those stacks. Now remember what I told you guys about artifacts. Okay, if your artifacts is up, that's great. Okay, right now my stacks is only consistent of 5, which means per rotation I'm getting a total of 5. I can break it or keep it. Now when you keep it, remember, this thing will hurt you. So if you have a healer, it's always best to do it that way. Okay, now remember I told you guys when I said keep a look at my stats. Right now my might is at 95. When I'm actually running it, my might is at 107,000. So if you have a healer in there, you will keep that. Okay, now that's just one artifact. Okay, now with Virum casts your interaction. So which means you can take that interaction out in your loadout and replace it with something else, you know. So that way you're freeing up space. And then with me, I have a transformation card, which I gain 20% critical chance and 30% critical magnitude on attacks and heals. Which means if I have any moves within my amulet that's going to give me health back, I'm going to gain 30% more. You see? So with those powers that can cast damage but heal at the same time, you know, it's pretty good. Okay, now let's talk about this loadout and the consistency of it and what it really does hit. Now when you use Bling, you're going to finish it. Now sometimes you cannot wait until that move is out. You have to actually cast over it. Now the thing is that when you cast over it, it does give you a chance to complete, but you're going right into another move. So basically you're clipping over it. Now when you clip over it, that damage is still there, but it's going to stack. Okay, now when it does stack with Deathmark, now for those of you that are Celestial, okay, when you use Deathmark and you have it over you, okay, what's going to happen is that the damage that you're actually receiving, okay, is going to break it. Now when you break the shield of Deathmark, it damages those around you. Okay, let's do it in a second. So I'm going to activate it. Take a look at it. There you go. I just hit for 85,000. Okay, and that's breaking it. So within your rotation, your amulet, again, it is damaging you. So the first move that you're going to do is you're going to go into Bling. And the next one, you're going to clip Bling right into Deathmark. Once you do that, and it completes, and you see the circle, once you go into Plague, it's going to burst. So once it bursts, you're already given that extra damage out. And because of Verum, with Verum working and the casting your interaction, you're already causing damage. Now, the transformation card, you're critting. The lowest crit I had, 90 thing, was well over 200,000. Okay, which I will upload my runs, and you will see for yourself on how good that actually hits. You know what I'm saying? So, also, like I said, with skill points, gotta keep your skill points good, man. And then, let's talk about something else. So they added something additional to the game, which is your allies. Now, your allies are something that you can equip. You know, so when you do equip it, a good job on that feat. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate ya.
You know what I'm saying? So when you do equip an ally, the ally is there to aid you. Now, sometimes for those that do not, how can I put this? Everything can be clipped out of and jumped out of. For an example, okay, I want you to take a look. Sometimes it takes too long for that to come on out, and you just try to sit there and do another move. So what you could do is when you use it, you can clip it to something else. Here, let me show you. Okay? Just in case if you guys are running a mission and you need to stay out of the animation. Sometimes when you stay out of animation, like I said, you can either drink a soda, you can go into your trinket, something. Okay? Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so remember, I'm gonna go ahead and use one move, and when I do, you see what I mean. So with Plague, you get that bottom. So still get that damage off, but you're flipping out. Still getting that damage. I love that 406,000. See what I'm saying? You're still clipping out. Alright, so now what we're gonna do now is, remember, I already talked to you about using. So now we're gonna take a short trip to the watchtower, and we're gonna go ahead. There he is. There he is. Go ahead, wave. That's what's up, man. Alright, so I'm gonna take a quick trip to the watchtower. Okay? And we're gonna go ahead and see the artifacts that they have.
Bollocks. Do I look like your mum?
So,
what are you going on about?
This one is good if you're a tank, but we're not gonna get to that part. Remember what I said to you guys about Quislet. Okay, now Quislet is a might based. Okay, it's for might based. One more time, Quislet goes good with Sword Shard because you can make your pet hit up to. Let me say this again: hit up to 200% damage. Okay, now for those of you, I think it's in here, which is so it's actually in my thing right here. Okay, channel the cosmic energy Sword Shard to enhance the prowess of your pet for 5 seconds, and mostly that's all you need. You see what I'm saying? So look at increase your damage for 5 seconds forward. You got 1, 2, and then 3 pets. So sometimes you have Verum. Verum actually counts as your pet. So when you pop it, Verum actually will get that boost. And if you use a trinket, let's say for example for an ally, it actually take it. Now I did do some research and I did try to do it. For your actual ally, for this chick here,
I love a good fight.
for that one right there, it doesn't get the boost.
Don't underestimate
She already
ballet.
comes out strong
Great way to build
and hits
body
for
muscle.
your stats. We are back. Sorry about that. Alright,
Listen.
so listen.
You don't
Alright,
want to be
so
my mate.
We already
My
got that out of
mates
the way.
end
For
up
those of
either
you that
worm
like the
food
finishes,
or
you take
worse.
the amulet, Elacart, and let's see, amulet, Elacart, and you have transformation card. Perfect for finishing off a boss. Now remember, just because you have those does not mean you're going to be doing stupid damage, because it's only going to hit when you're actually about to finish that boss. Okay, now let's go to another artifact that I like.
Phantom
Now,
Stranger's a
when
bit
you're
out of
talking
touch with
about
reality, but he's okay. I think he predates
Your
humor, though.
supercharge, what you'll want to get is scrap. For those of you that like to constantly use your supercharge, scrap is where it's at. The reason being is because you actually can generate a lot more from scrap. You know, so if I'm not mistaken, I think I have a scrap at level 160. Do I? No, I don't. I used to, but I don't.
Bollocks! Do I look like your mum?
Okay. So,
What are you going on about?
So you would use scrap. I think okay. Now this one. So you use scrap and Pied Piper. So the way how Pied Piper works, okay, is when you use it, you get additional damage. You see what I'm saying? You can actually take that and combine it with the trident. Now when you use the trident actually does another good additional damage, and that's for those who likes to do burst damage. Burst damage is nice, you know what I'm saying, but like I said before, sometimes it's easier to run the race rather than to finish quickly. There is some that like to finish quickly. Me, however, when I get there, I get there. Those are my artifacts. Okay, now the one that I was talking to you before with precision and might, that one is the Computo. Now with the Computo, what that does, if you're precision, when you're using a power in your weapon, there's two bars. There's a red one and a yellow one. The red one is precision, the yellow one is might. When those fill up, it actually will let you use a special beam, and that beam is going to hit your target based upon your stats. Now it does say on here precision base bar is accumulated for a total of, again, however percentage might you have and however percentage of precision you have. Okay, so if you're a precision or might, that is something that you do want to go ahead and look into. Okay. Alright, so with that being said, I gave you the in-depth when it comes to artifacts. Remember, skill points, the least amount you need is to cover your critical chance, critical attack. Not only just that, you need to be able to cover the might or precision part, whichever one you are specializing in, and then from there you'll be a genius. Now there is going to be another loadout that is going to consist of another one, so I'm going to be doing electricity and covering that soon. Alright, so bear with me for just one moment.
One through to you. Kid, I wish I was there for you, but no, I am so proud of you. And I know you can beat this illusion.
Time for your curtain call.
I know, kid. We're right here with you.
These aren't mere parlor tricks.
Excellent work. These stats will crush my pathetic friends.
Get off my stage.
disappointing. You have overthrown the deception.
Wait, Brainiac? Why keep me prisoner in a nightmare?
To prevent your escape attempts. But I have contingencies.
I really thought you hated me, Grandpa.
Kid, of course I love you. Who couldn't? I'm sorry you ever thought anything else.
Hey, we'll see you on the other side. We're not through the worst of it yet.
Thank you for believing in me.